Welcome back and shut up. New media plans for Sunday Sports' David Sullivan.
You've got a cable TV channel, haven't you?
No, I've got a licence for little adult channel, which is tiny.
What, a channel for little adults?
Yes.
And Ted Moll reviews sex in the media.
This is Belgium's most popular show. It features a man on a penis trike crashing round a playpen. And in this country next year, a nightly 4-hour show will feature a man looking at pictures of women and saying which ones he'd hump.
No. Yes. No. Yes.
Welcome back. Now, sex and children. Stop right there, you might think, but don't say it. Because to hear the word stop is for many the biggest turn-on of all. Now, we have Judy Luton in the audience here. Judy, there you are. Righto, Judy. Now, just tell us what happened to you.
When I was 9,
Yeah.
I was abused by my uncle.
Sexually abused. Do you remember what he was like, your uncle? Was he a handsome man? Just look at me. Just look at me. Take it easy, okay? Just look at me. Right. Now, was he as handsome as me? Just for example.
No way.
Not quite. Stay looking at me. Just do that again. God. 12. If you fall over in the snow, do you make a couple of bumps? Probably do, don't you? Some adult channel. It is as easy. It's as easy as that, as that, for something to go wrong in a family. We had someone else here with a similar kind of problem. Who was it? Yeah, what happened to you?
My father abused me repeatedly between the ages of 4 and 16.
But it hasn't happened a lot recently?
No.
Good. Now, from abuse to self-abuse, something which has been disrupting the senatorial elections in the United States. Austin Tasseltine reports.
This was the moment 3 days ago when Senator Dale Lee Agsby plunged his campaign into crisis with an unprecedented outburst on live television.
No pride.
Pride.
No one quite believed what they'd seen.
He's talking. The middle rally, he just gets out his dick, man.
To extract his genitalia at a rally and manipulate them to issue.
Several cords of reproductive mucus were expelled rhythmically into the crowd.
And a great big gob of this stuff went out in the audience somewhere.
It does indeed look like an impulsive act of public self-abuse. Senator Agsby seems to unsheath a length of skin-clad tube. His anatomy has broken cloth there, and he staggers around, vigorously ransacking his dignity, until finally he releases several arcs of liquid silk from the fleshy nozzle of his fork. But for 2 days, the besieged Agsby camp would only say the senator was unwell.
952 KZoo.
For the mischief makers, it's been a gift on a plate.
What's he gonna do? Walk in Dawngrass? Dawngrass. Okay. I came first in the Slimery.
Can't believe you did that.
And for the entrepreneurs, a bonus bonanza boom bomb benefit bowling alley.
Whacked out meatball with zipper juice. It's a big pink stick with a lot of cream kind of juking out the top. And you can wash it all down with a cup of Jew coffee.
Derisive and derisory, yes, but Agsby was not without approbators.
He has thrust aside the curtain and admitted politics is just spewing jism in public. But, do we listen? No, we just weep like teased vaginas.
Midday, and a beleaguered Agsby makes a break for it and is clearly seen in the grip of an aggressive seizure.
For Agsby's mainly female family man supporters, the time had clearly come to wake up and smell some unpleasantly milky tea.
So why would Agsby blow it on a public debasement, albeit a pleasurable one?
The moment he turned, I knew. It's the way he always does it. It's the hunch of the shoulder, and then I knew he was going to get his dick out. He was always this way, and it's a wonder to me that it hasn't happened before now. One time he jerked off in my dog's face, and she was very, very upset.
But in a sensational announcement yesterday, Agsby claimed he'd not been pounding his parson.
I have for many years suffered secretly from the painful effects of Prestodidwix congena, a rare blood disorder which causes sudden involuntary erective pressure.
The senator explained he'd sneezed into his hand just before speaking and then suffered a massive attack of congena.
I tried repeatedly to return the organ with my fist, with the effect that the nasal mucus flew across the room and hit a few people, as you saw. I'm sorry.
With the sound of that hullabaloo still ringing in its ears, I have a question. Would there really have been all this fuss if Agsby had been a woman? I somehow doubt it, don't you?
Austin Tasseltine. Now, part your belief curtains for a final word on the matter from Peter Tatchell. So what's next?
So what's next?
Yeah, what do you reckon? I mean, what's going to be the next issue, and will it be for the next election?
I think undoubtedly Outrage will make an intervention at the time of the next general election.
Are you going to...
I think we'll be thinking about doing what we can to put pressure on various people in authority.
Yeah, but man, you know, I mean, if that was on the agenda, I mean, the frog wouldn't come out of the box, would he?
The frog certainly would come out of the box.
Well,
if two cabinet ministers came out,
Howard,
that would certainly make a very, very big impact.
But you say Labour would then, two of them would come out as well, probably, wouldn't they?
Well,
they're following suit like, you know, kids playing Snap.
Well, I think, you know, the problem is everybody's too scared to do it by themselves. You get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 MPs all coming out at once. None of them will be picked on individually. They'll all be able to have the mutual support and solidarity, hopefully, of their colleagues.
You get Jack Straw, Robin Cook, Michael Howard. I mean, would there be an argument for them coming out if they weren't gay at all?
Well, that might be an interesting proposition.
It's a bloody convincing argument. Why not send a tape of this programme, say, come on, mate, you're obviously... You're a big...
Yes.
So where does that leave us? Well, let's ask our audience. And how many of you have changed your minds? And why was that? Thanks. Now, throughout tonight's programme, we've also had a naked, asexual man up a stick watching some pornography. Have you reached any conclusions? Well, I hope that's been of some help. We'll just leave you with a couple of items of whore news. There's a large build-up of whores in a digger on the A47 tonight. And don't forget that in Leicester, Joanna Lumley, Anita Roddick and Helena Bonham Carter are all whoring themselves all night to raise a little money to buy some coloured bricks for some children. Helena's speciality there is a golden shower. And if you're anywhere near Yarmouth, watch out for that giant whore. It's still on the loose, terrifying everybody, including the police. That's it. Good night.
Good evening. Crouching, because tonight we're following a gang of men who less than half an hour ago broke into that building over there. One of them's a recidivist. These men have been specially trained. Look at that training! Look at it! Which one is he? Where is he? Crime is confusing! Crime is confusing!
He's over here!
Yeah, this is the man. His name is Richie Blawes. Look at the front of his head. You've probably seen it before, because less than 2 months ago he was on this programme saying, I'm giving up crime.
What's going on here?
Why have you gone back to crime?
Oh, fucking camera!
He doesn't know. Tonight on Brass Eye. Why has he gone back to the crime that he turned his back on? UK used to mean United Kingdom, but ask anyone today and they'll tell you it stands for Unbelievable Crime Wave.
No one is safe. By the end of tomorrow, one or all of these people may have been set on fire, bum-raped or burgled senseless by Britain's marauding criminals. This month, police pictures showed another estate in Manchester turning itself into a gun. And it's not just the great unhosed. These raiders all earn over £200,000 a year in big banks. So much for recorded crimes, but crimes we know nothing about are going up as well. What hope do we have of battering these down? The Home Secretary scores repeated own goals. Over 1,200 convicts were released last month after lying to the Home Office about how long they'd been inside. And just 2 days ago, it was revealed that convicts in Dartmoor prison had been running an international airport for over 14 years.
I am not an expert on air traffic control. I thought they were landing nearby, but not in my prison.
So what causes crime? Social deprivation? This bleak report from Ted Moore.
From the moon, Kozik's a little dot. From the ground, it's a huge mess, like Dante meets Bosch in a crack lounge. I'm here to ask a question. Is alarm justified? Is time running out for Kozik, or is this the start of a new day? The first day of spring.
Kozik. The stench of poverty hangs in the air like an old man's nappy.
For the kids, it's a depravity supermarket, where bad is free and society foots the bill. Not many cars to nick here, so instead they hijack pedestrians and run them around at terrifying leg speeds. It's called git surfing.
All too often, the git is one of their own mothers. The latest trick, catapult them into a shop and force them to steal booze, fags and mags.
Back Charlie, go back 5.
For the cops, it's a jungle. Where dangerous animals speak Swahili.
Sounds like we got a burst shop.
Kids burst shops by filling them with rice and pouring in water, then standing back and laughing while the bricks are ripped apart by the swelling food. They say a bored mind makes a great office for the devil. In Kerry Hufford's case, it's fully air-conditioned with free typing. He's been arrested for menacing a helpless codger. Jill and Sainsbury McManus are a rattly pair of old puffins who remember Kozik in the days when people could still be trusted.
Everybody had keys to everybody else's house, you know, and the locks were, well, they were sort of made of something like paper.
On September the 15th, the McManuses went to bed, unaware they were being watched by the Hufford gang. Moments later, 3 kids had broken in. Kerry was dressed as an angel. He woke the old man up and told him he was dead and must go outside and bury himself.
He ran out of the room. Kerry and me just were rolling about on the floor in hysterics, and he was pulling all the grass out with his hands and chucking it everywhere, and we were just behind the bush laughing at him.
Sainsbury would definitely be Costa del Blowfly if the cops hadn't seen his body by chance while they were tracking a man who'd buggered a heron. Maybe we can understand kids like Kerry by looking at his family. Dad unemployed, Mum depressed beyond tablets. You want to help these people, but the truth is they've got to help themselves.
Do you agree with this question? If you don't get a job, he gets stuffed.
But the point is, I'm trying to get a job. It's not as though I'm not trying to get a job.
You must try harder.
I'm trying. I'm doing the...
Yeah, but really hard.
I am trying very hard.
Well, couldn't you just go around somebody's house and clean up?
Clean up? Clean up somebody's house?
Yeah, and then ask for money for it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Why not do that tomorrow?
All right, I mean, it's spit to me.
Good. Thanks for talking to us.
Kozzik's people are the smashed toes of a lame duck society. A lame duck that's attacking its own feet with a sledgehammer.
Will the nightmare ever end for Kozik? Perhaps with some help from outside. Oh, yeah?
In 1993, the council gave them a football.
Good, but not enough.
In 95, Paul McCartney donated 100 top hats. Fat use.
And last year, the mayor gave them a gold mine. It actually worked for a bit, this, until someone clogged it up with sick. Sick's a sort of metaphor for the way these people lead their lives. And it's going to stay that way till someone lets in the wind of change.
And as a result of that experience, Ted Maule has been absent for some time with nervous exhaust. Do you feel that vigilantism is actually going to help in the long run?
I think it will arise in an area where something has gone wrong.
I mean, in Gotham City, in the United States, they call up a specialist vigilante agent when they're in times of real trouble by projecting a huge luminous emergency bat sign into the sky. And he comes rushing in, and so far that has worked. Is that something that should be encouraged?
I'd have to see it.
Well, it looks good.
It would have to be a very individual with great magnetism.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I
think
think
it's his special sign.
They're one-offs, that sort of thing, and it's very nice in schoolmastering when you have people who one-offs who can actually do it in a way that nobody else can do it. But don't try and get other people doing it.
But when Bruce Wayne goes, then it's all going to collapse.
Yeah. Well, it's done. It's happened throughout history.
Is crime going to get any worse? Yes, it is. Just look at America. Alabaster Codify reports on their latest mess.
Fadenoid with Chuck Fadenoid. Top talk topics stateside right now.
Priests with guns.
The priests who say they must pack a peace to keep the peace.
Last week I had, maybe 200, 300 in the congregation. I got up in front of them and I said, anybody here who's got a gun can leave now. 10 minutes later, 3 people are left, 2 kids and a deaf guy.
The Padre Noia really took off after Minister Volkus Wabe was shot at a baptism for forgetting the baby's name.
Fucking asshole!
More and more, the Holy Flock is becoming a gory gun-gregation. Practicing 4 times a week, Father Kupek's a fully fledged revolverand.
Tell us about the style you had there.
But I use the one-handed grip. It actually gives you a smaller profile if there's answering fire, like from the congregation or something.
And in Kupek's church, a would-be shootist doesn't have a prayer.
This is a defensive measure which is bulletproof, and the hole has been cut so I can return fire. That was the pimp that took the crucifix out of my church and put it on his car.
That's the holy gun spell, according to Saint Marksman.
Got him that time.
And there's even ad campaigns to recruit more pistol apostles.
No room at the inn? There is now.
Judas, you plan to betray me.
Despite the increasing violence against priests, many say they are simply too revved up to handle guns, as at this wedding where Minister Pat Rizzo shot a guest in the leg. The issue peaked on TV yesterday on a rat-a-tat-tat show, Showdown, featuring Kupek and the 2 protagonists.
You were shot by a minister with a gun.
That's right.
Okay, you were shot by this minister with a gun.
Oh.
This is Pat Rizzo, the man who shot at the wedding. Okay, now I know you haven't seen him for 6 weeks, not since he shot you. Just react.
What the hell were you doing?
Look, you moved funny, I had to shoot.
What do you mean I moved funny? I was standing in a church at a wedding.
Like a criminal.
What do you mean I look like
those
a
hairy
criminal?
arms? You could be a man in a dress.
Right, you! I'm gonna get you!
Don't frenzy. Put that gun down. Pouch the piece. Someone could get shot here. Someone could get shot. Pouch that piece, Padre.
There we go. Two priests left the show in a tank, shooting as they went. So, as the AMU missionaries get trigger holy, Sunday turns to gun day, and America awaits the blast judgment.
This is Alabaster Codify for Tenanan and Brass Eye. And sadly, crime experts predict that one day, even friendly conversation between mother and daughter will be conducted at gunpoint. Up next, a new scheme for young offenders. Take the cashback scheme that they're going to try in Toxteth, where young offenders are on a 14-week sentence. Costs about £2,000 a week to keep them in. So rather than spend 28 grand and keep them inside, they give them 25 grand and say, here you are, use that for a positive reason.
I think it's a smashing idea. Yeah, go. Yeah, I do, honestly.
If someone had done that to you, what would have happened?
I don't think you'd have ever heard of me again.
Do you think perhaps enlisting somebody like Richard Branson to sell the cashback scheme might just work, might just get through to people?
I wouldn't say no to that.
I suppose if there was an element of stick, Richard Branson up in a balloon, watching this situation and saying, there's your £26,000, but I'm watching you from a balloon, and I can see a very long way.
I go along with that.
Now chafing the transmission heads, what is the relationship between crime and race? Using makeup sticks, we transformed our white reporter Tras Dupre into a black man to see if the law would treat him any differently. Within 5 minutes, he'd committed a pocket theft, and by mid-afternoon, he was attacking passers-by with violent muggings and fleecing them viciously on the cobbles.
Well, there's the evidence. Mr. Coker, what do you make of that?
Now that I've seen the proof, I apologize to my fellow blacks. I'm sorry.
Mr. Coker, thank you very much. So what's the solution to rising crime, particularly younger and younger? For many, the answer to the crime problem can be summed up in just one word. Bring back Borstal. But did they work? Good question, because Borstals were phased out in 1982.
Institutions. Dead Mall reports.
Borstals like Falkhurst are to be axed because reports show they're full of men who should have been released years ago.
Jock Bosonnet was sent here as a juvenile offender in 1949. He never left because he kept failing release tests. Like hundreds of others, he remained in Chokey, even though the offences were small and twatty.
When I was 7, I got dressed up as a little city gent and walked into the Bank of England shouting, "Fuck the pound."
While the situation is clearly grave enough to merit a black and white freeze frame, the solution may already be at hand, with the opening of the new harsh pounds for young offenders. Libby Schuss reports.
Leopold Quay, opened 6 months ago, right here, and already is being favoured by both main political parties.
And the third party, who are with Ashdown. I'm going inside now, like a bad boy.
The new inmates are welcomed on arrival.
You shits up that hill!
And are sent straight to the shaving room. Here, their eyebrows are shaved off, which undermines their self-respect rather well.
If you think of a fly and you pull its wings off, it'll crawl. And if you push the back half of its body onto the surface it's squiggling on, then you've got its total, undivided attention.
In the Gulf War, Jackson was Allied advisor on psychobattery. At Leopold, his expertise is applied without mercy. The inmate's sleep is frequently interrupted. Room inspections are full of sneaky traps, like the brass moustache. hidden behind a notice board.
Why didn't you polish it?
Sir.
How funny is it?
Not sir.
Bury the beds.
Match these pillow sheets outside Bury, now!
The men will dig up their bedclothes again this evening and sleep in them, all earthy. If they'd done better, they might have won a privilege. Despite his criminal mind, this man is behaving well. His reward is the canoe. This time he can sit in the canoe for up to an hour. Meanwhile, the troublemaker is made to sprint blindfold to Jackson's office, where he receives a speaking down.
That is my big shiny shoe, and you are the biggest piece of shit on it.
Sir.
Lick yourself off my shoe. Lick yourself off my shoe. Shoe! Don't actually do it! Where's your self-recocking spect?
I don't know, sir.
Get out!
Sir.
Now!
Sir.
Look at me! Get out!
If you take a seal and hit it very hard in the face every day for 6 weeks, you may turn it into a rather fetching hat.
And the future for these little fuckers? Will they succeed in returning to society?
So you're nearing the end of your training, your regime, and looking forward to joining society again. Tell me, how do you feel about that?
I've got skills.
Skills for what?
Getting back into society.
Well, you could have a family, and...
I could have, I don't know.
I mean, if you made the effort, became a part of the family, then you could root yourself into the fabric of society more.
I'll root you in the family.
There is a serious question. I am from society.
Hello.
You're not from society. How do you get back into society?
Up your ass.
There are no simple answers to the problem of punishment, but there is a simple question. Would it really matter if one of these men died?
Perhaps the most positive step has come from the Home Office action group Key 2000, who produced a video to play to young offenders on their arrival in prison.
Well, they got you then. They gone and banged you up good and proper. So what now? What I'd like to do right now is to take your bad half outside and do it in extremely physical discourtesy, and then buy your good half a pint of foaming nut brown ale. Cheers. Meet Jeff Boycott and shake hands with a walking continent of common sense.
I didn't get runs by slacking. I worked hard, I grafted, I practiced, I did it as well as I could, properly. So when you get up in the morning, what do? You get out of bed properly, and that means all the way out of it. Get right out of the bed. No half measures. You must get your whole body out of the bed, right out from under the sheets, right off the mattress until you're standing up. You won't get anywhere slouching about half out of bed. Do you seriously think the people here wouldn't notice if you were only half out of the bed? Come on, wise up. Did I walk out to bat when I was half asleep or half out of bed? Of course not. I bloody well didn't. Remember, the best technique is to look at that bed and then try and get as far away from it as possible.
Gary Glitter said, good to be back, but in your case, that does not apply. I can't believe it, you little ponce. You gone done it again, ain't ya? Did you really like it so much last time? Did you? What? You didn't? Then why the hell did you come back? All right, easy now. No foaming nut brown ale for you this time, but here, for God's sake, listen to this and do us a favour, mate. Pay attention. This time.
I've been asked to read the words of a successful reformed criminal, someone who got a grip. And this is what he says: remember that your life in prison is like a dog in a box. What you've got to do is make the dog bigger than the box. Not in a bad way, like a mad wolf in a matchbox, but more like a giant, a well-behaved Alsatian in a Kleenex box. Your aim is to place that dog in the lap of the governor, that's the evil part of you, with a smile as you leave.
You are a murderer, and I can only pray to God that you watch and you listen very carefully to this.
Hello, you think you don't know me, don't you? Yes, but you do, because I'm the shopkeeper you shot in a mindless hold-up. You blew out my guts, remember? I'm the old lady whose head you stove in with a loose wardrobe in the middle of the night, remember? I'm the little boy whose face you stabbed off in panic when I found you robbing my house, remember? I'm Marvin Gaye, shot by my own father. Oh yes, you know me all right. Look at my eyes, murderer. You killed me. What the hell did you do that for? Look at me. Feel proud, do you? Do you even know what a feeling is? I do, but I can't have any more now because of you. You get out after 25 years, but me, I'm here forever. I hate you.
Now, while you're inside here, you're going to have to learn a whole new language. It's not French, it's prison slang, and I've got some of it written here, so it might help you. Howard's arse means prison. 1-0 at half-time means food. Woggy coconuts means air brakes. Gaza is a gas coin used as currency for cigarettes. Plank sanction, a one-for-one fag exchange. Sue my chin, give us a fag, I'll give you 2 next week. Buff my pylon, give us a fag, you owe me 2, so I'm letting you off the other one. Don't buff my pylon, switch over the telly, and very, very important this one, Portillo means look out behind you. Learn the language, better communication.
Well, that's one way of dealing with offenders in prison. But what about the bigger picture? Thanks to the News Dwarf.
Pleasure, Chris.
The hope is that we'll benefit from a number of European projects. Research shows that football riots can be halted instantly by showing pornography on the video displays. For street disturbances, the Metropolitan Police are now breeding elephants, following their successful deployment in Athens and Turin.
In Holland, they've halved the crime rate by legalising murder with the introduction of slaughter cafes.
We used to come here with knives and everything, slashing our dead with the guts and all that blood all over. But we got bored after that, after about 2 weeks. And I just eat my cake now and wash it down with a nice cup of coke.
This French system of victim support comes to Britain next year. Last month, that woman woke up to find a young offender defecating on her floor.
Under police supervision, she now meets the offender at his house and is given an hour to formalise a similar return on his floor.
Good night.
I'm sort of violently against hanging, for example. I believe no human's got the right to take another human's life.
Hang on, let me get this right. So you shouldn't be allowed to take away someone's life?
No, what I'm saying is I personally...
The penalty for taking away somebody's life should be the death penalty?
No, I personally totally oppose the death penalty.
But it's all right to take away someone's life?
No, only in self-defence.
So if you murder somebody, you've taken away their life. And in that circumstance only, then that person should be killed?
No.
No.
I believe under no circumstances does one human being got the right to take another human being's life.
No way. Surely.
That's my opinion.
Oh, right, OK.
I'm not saying it's... I mean, everything's about opinions.
Is it? Yes, it is. What about capital punishment for murder only?
No, I personally believe on moral grounds that no human being can take another human being's life.
Well, if you didn't take their life, you just murdered them.
Say that again.
Well, if you didn't take somebody's life, but you just murdered them.
was dreadful.
Daddy spunky little cunt.
To be stupid. I am proud to be stupid.
Tonight on Brass Eye, are we in a state of irreversible decline? What's the reason? What can be done about it? And if there is a solution, who on earth is going to put it into action?
Or is everything just great? Good evening. Now, this is the nerve centre of tonight's programme. To help paint a true picture of the state of Britain, we have live surveillance cameras out. One of them has a reporter stuck on the front. Austin Tasseltine. Austin, what are you doing?
I'm at a garage in the centre of Clapton in London, which is raided every 35 minutes, day and night. So we hope that during the next half hour or so, we may well see some action here this evening.
We certainly do. Now, just 5 minutes ago, we received these disturbing pictures from a camera in a playground. They show an apparently innocent-looking children's game, which is in fact an exchange of drugs. There they go. And if you think about it, those two children are extremely lucky not to have been killed to bits.
The state of Britain. 1996. What is the true state of Britain? Basking in rude health?
Or sick to the guts. It's the moral-mometer now reading less than 2 morals per head, due to massive value hemorrhage. Some would say Tish and Fipsy, but others wouldn't, due to repeat woundings from weapons like this and this.
This is where pop happens. And pop is always looking for trouble. The new single by Blouse is a song of love to Myra Hindley. And it's caused more stink than a bomb in one of those holes in the ground at a rock festival that everybody shits in.
When I saw your photo in the press, I thought, is she blonde under her dress? I thought, I hope they make her take off her dress for the next one. But they didn't, even though it would be so much better if they had done her sit down in a fag.
Myra Hindley is a very complex woman, you know, and this song is about her hair.
I used to have your picture in the toilet. I wanted you to see my naked body and oil it, but my mother had to catch me and spoil it.
And I don't think even you could have given me more murder.
I don't think there's a single reference in the song to her brain, which I think maybe add a slight problem.
Every time I see your picture, Myra, I have to phone my latest girlfriend and fire her and find a prostitute that looks like you and Myra. Oh, your Myra.
I do think if somebody's gone and bought this record, just because of the fuss that's been made about it, I think they should throw it away. And then they should go and buy another copy because they like the song.
You better watch out, lady, I'm gonna have your lady. Just because I want her, just because I can get her and you can't. It's a pogo on that, you twat.
Traditionally, we turn to the Bible for help, but now even that's been devalued by those who used to espouse it.
Terry Waite, once special envoy to the Archbishop of Canterbury, has been paid £2 million to write a fifth gospel to replace the existing 4.
Jesus didn't know he was Jesus until he'd been chained to the radiator for some time.
Are we now utterly without guidance? How else do you explain the popularity of events like this?
Next week, Peter Sutcliffe takes to the West End stage to star in a musical of his own life.
On day release from Broadmoor Prison, Sutcliffe has been rehearsing intensively for 3 months. The role includes singing police chases,
You'll never get me in the slammer.
but finishes with Sutcliffe atoning for his crimes.
And I really am so very truly sorry.
Co-star Marigold Blenny says he's a kind man with a sense of humour.
I mean, you see how dark it is here. I mean, he's always jumping out at you. Oh, like this.
So what's the audience going to make of it?
I think they'll go away thinking,
Maybe he's really a misunderstood man. Maybe that 20 years ago he was taking the piss.
But not everyone sees the positive side.
Peter Sutcliffe is allowed out under police escort from Broadmoor to perform a work about his own life in musical form. The catch is, you see, he appears on stage and he says, I'm sorry.
I don't care what he's saying. Don't he say he's forfeited his rights to society by doing so much damage to society?
His agent says it's a...
His agent? What a game he's got here.
Yeah, I know.
What an agent?
Well,
a man who is in jail for life.
The producer of the show. The producer of the show.
Well, there shouldn't be a show.
Should we revive our ailing culture, or should we just put it out of its misery? Or should we bring it back to life and then shoot it for letting us down so badly? You haven't got a clue, have you? But you will do if you watch for 30 minutes. Now, if you want to take part in the programme and let us know what you think of Britain's state of decline, then please do make use of our phones. Just like to check at that garage where there could be an incident at any moment. Austin Tasseltine is there. Austin, anything... Austin, oi! Anything happened?
No, nothing. Well, I mean, earlier on there was a small incident with a pen, but no, nothing serious, no.
Can you tell me exactly what you mean by a small incident with a pen?
Well, we don't know for sure.
So why mention it?
Just it was a small incident, that's all, with a pen.
Thanks, Austin. Well, now to shocking events that have actually happened, as we lift the whistle on drugs in the workplace and show how employees at Shaftesbury's Jams in Colchester are using illegal high drugs on a daily basis.
Shaftesbury's Jam has run at a profit since 1977. Staff are encouraged to use cannabis, cocaine, crack and heroin whenever they feel the need. It's the weekly production meeting. The new product, Loganberry Jam, is behind schedule.
Yeah, there is a delay. It's a twofold problem, really. I needed a clearer indication from marketing about 5 weeks ago of the shape of jar that we were going for. If I'd had it then, we'd only be about a week behind now. But
I've got a couple of points I'd like to make here. I mean, Graham's lead times are way too long.
Look, they're not my lead times. These are the times given to me by the company.
The company has used drugs to improve its performance for the past 17 years.
Far too long. That's what's holding us up. Exactly.
An hour later, the drugs are speeding efficiency and decision-making. The odd shirt is changed as old veins are damaged, and a small vomiting has taken place.
There's no conceivable way we can make a profit. It's pretty fucking simple.
The only problem seems to be Matthew, a new recruit from Spiller's Dog Foods, who's inexperienced at crack.
Prestige jam, and that's what we've done.
He's beginning to suffer.
Having 75% fruit content.
We do still have a prestigious product, Mandy, but I'm afraid I must agree with Matthew on this point. Because of financial restraints, our hands are tied.
What if the lids were berry-shaped?
Okay.
We could have berry-shaped lids.
No, we'll start at 70%, and then over a 2-year period, we'll decrease to a 55%. 18 months.
I don't see how we can do that.
Well, because of our restraints, I'm afraid. Running. Go with what I decided. And I've decided that we'll start at 70%, and then over a 2-year period, we'll reduce to 55%. 18 months. No, I think 2 years has got to be the period, Matthew. I think 18 months is too short a time. Next business. Apricots. More jar trouble, Graham.
They're breaking. It's just it's a temperature control. Jam's coming out about a couple of degrees hotter than normal. Just really got to work on the thermostat of the valves, and we should be all right.
It's nothing to do with the German machinery.
No, the machinery is fine. With the machinery itself.
In time, Matthew will learn his level. With company profits still rising, it is unlikely that anyone here will want to change the chemistry.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Married her. What does he expect? We're back live now, going to that garage which we're expecting to be raided at any second. Austin Tasseltine is there. Austin, anything happened?
Nothing.
No violence or stabbings?
None at all, Chris, no.
What about those men behind you? What are they doing?
I think they're just buying some petrol.
Are you sure?
Are you buying some petrol?
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Austin. Well, if that apparently innocent-looking purchase did turn into a shooting, then this is what it would look like. Now, according to experts, that's exactly what would happen.
We certainly hope so, yes.
Belt up. I'm sitting opposite a man. He knows nothing. He talks all the time. The result is he's a trenchant buffoon. He has no idea how to present television shows. He looks ridiculous in that fashion wear. He swans around all the time hoping that people will recognise him, when in fact nobody's even remotely interested. He's taking up enough time on this show already, and he hasn't even opened his mouth. God knows why he's here. I've nothing to ask the guy. And for all I know, he may well be a bit of a Coco Shunter too. Darkus Howe.
What's a Coco Shunter?
Coco Shunter, that's just what I've got. Oh, sorry, that's the introduction to Robert Elms. Sorry, do you know Robert Elms? I've just read out the introduction to Robert Elms. She just caught fire, it wasn't my fault. Back to our live cameras now. Austin Tasseltine is at that garage we're expecting to be raided at any moment now. Austin, any incidents yet?
There's still nothing going on here, Chris, apart from young Seagull that seems to have broken into the booth and is making the man there rather unhappy.
Fucking bird.
In a few minutes, has even our sense of fair play been eroded? News exposes the growing fashion for torturing golf caddies.
There's what they call a tea sandwich. And you hear that question, do you want tea? And that means just 20, 25 golf tees, mixture of wood and plastic in 2 big hunks of bread. And you're forced to eat that.
The broadcaster and entertainer Clive Anderson has been shot dead by television host Noel Edmonds at his house in Cornwall this evening. Police attended the incident but were prevented from entering the grounds by machine gun fire. From Cornwall, Vivian Banch reports.
The incident took place at around 7:30 during dinner when Mr. Edmonds produced an automatic weapon and began shooting indiscriminately at his guests.
One servant witnessed the bloodbath but managed to escape intact.
I came round the grounds, round the back way, and then got through the fence over here.
Any idea why Edmonds has done this?
No idea. He's never done it before.
An hour later, Edmonds appeared at a top window with blood on his face and threw what may have been a head onto the ground below. It is not known what happened to the other guests, but Edmonds has now taken up position on his roof with an armoury of precision weapons. Less than half an hour ago, he was seen firing a rocket launcher at a wedding party over a mile away. The estate is now surrounded, but police fear he may take to the air in a helicopter gunship and start spreading his massacre over hundreds of miles.
The world of show business has tonight reacted with sadness and horror.
Well, I just heard a rumour about it. I don't know what's happened at all.
Apparently Clive Anderson was shot.
Clive Anderson was shot? By who? Not
by Noel Edmonds, yeah.
What? No.
I'd say there's no excuse. None whatsoever.
And if Edmonds is still inside the house?
Well, just shoot him. I mean, people like me, we're supposed to be rascals. But it's your Edmonds, your Thomas Hamiltons, your Hungerford Guy, all so-called nice people.
They ought to shoot him off the roof as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And there'll be an update at 11:30 after our next scheduled programme.
Coming up, can our decline be blamed on God?
This is the house of God. So where's the landlord? It's infested with rot. I doubt if he's paid a visit in 20 years. These people, look at them. They're nothing more than tenants in a dead man's shack. That idiot pukes it out and they hoover it up like sick puppies. Just a second, Father. When did you last check your facts? My point entirely. We've had this book analysed. It reads like the ramblings of a drugged horse. The question tonight, is God confused like his prating truth pimps, or is he dead?
The Catholic Church is in turmoil after an apparition claiming to be Christ
drunkenly cursed pilgrims at a holy site in Yugoslavia.
He called us fucking idiots and said drink St. Peter's piss.
Cardinal Hume was badly shaken by the vision and today issued what could be a resignation statement, saying, "It was bad enough to see him curse like a footballer, but I lost my faith completely when he farted on my balls." Welcome back. I was about to read out some of this drivel that you've been phoning in all evening, but luckily we've been saved from that because there has been an incident at that garage. Nothing more than a seagull attack when we were last there, but it's got a bit more dramatic. Austin Tassel time, what's happened?
Things have become completely exciting here because the ferocity of the seagull became very unpleasant towards the man, and the man panicked and started shooting at it with some flaming lighter fuel. That's when I thought, no, because back garage, and the bird caught fire and smashed through the window into the forecourt next to a man who was filling up his car with petrol. And at this point, I find myself flying through a hedge with precaution. The garage man produced an air pistol and started shooting at the bird, but instead he hit the man in the knee. And the man, I think, must have wheeled around and sprayed absolutely everything with petrol because when the bird blew up, the whole place went sky high. And I've certainly never seen any... I mean, I'm not sure if this is a true disaster or just a cross between a very unpleasant event and a rather stupid one.
Thank you. This is the Frankie Fraser madometer, right? So it's a low miff down here, a mad as a lorry up that end, and all the stages in between. Some examples, right? Somebody gives you a bit of verbal GBH of the ear roll. Is that low?
That's low, yeah.
That's low, okay, so that might go there. Some Herbert's touching up your bird.
Wouldn't like that, no.
Okay, fondled by a nonce.
Oh, he'd suffer for that.
Right, okay, so that might be up here. Being grassed up to the filth.
That would have to go up here.
Right up here. Okay, now I'm interested to see what happens now. Reading about a pervert who interferes with the kids.
Well, if you had another one further along here...
So that can go actually off the scale?
Yeah.
All right, and I just want to...
Anything go with him.
Anything at all?
Anything.
Right. Here you are being grassed up to the filth. How would you feel if you there had accidentally grassed yourself?
Well, that's my own fault in the bed, wasn't it?
So that would make you less mad?
Well, if I've accidentally grassed yourself, you'd have yourself to blame. But how on earth could you grass yourself?
I don't know, you might have got drunk or something, you might have given yourself away.
No way, no, you don't do that. That can't happen, no. We're too experienced, yeah.
Was there ever a time when you weren't experienced?
Never. No.
Do you think you were born experienced enough not to grass yourself?
I think so, yeah.
Whatever our stage of decline, there's no denying the power of miracles to focus hope. Moss Staples has been to Ireland, where he done this. Ballacreen, rural, pastoral and peaceful. The last notable event here was in 1792, when the nationalist Patrick Duggan single-handedly besieged the British Army until it starved to death. But for that, Ballacreen wouldn't bother a single map. Or a guidebook. There's only one entry. It's less than an inch long. But all that's changed now because of that one. Patricia O'Dennell, the local girl who says she saw the statue of Mary driving a car through a field.
Patricia, what does the statue do?
It kisses me and tells me everything will be all right with Daddy.
2 days later, Spike D'Nabony claimed the statue had driven into his garage and asked for petrol.
I thought I heard her say very quietly, fill her up. So I did. She pulled a face. Went like this.
Villagers at the grotto started incorporating the face into their prayers.
Amen.
Many say they hear the sound of roaring engines or see puffs of smoke from the grotto exhaust pipe.
The driving statue has also brought pennies from heaven. If you look for a doubt here, you won't find one here.
The proof for me is that they found a white plaster powder, and they're after sending it off for testing, and the results came back, and there's virgin DNA in the plaster.
No one takes it more seriously than Patricia's mother.
I gently suggested she might like to pray in the middle of the road, and that if she were to be killed by a car, then the chances of her going to heaven would be higher.
When you're kneeling in the road, do you think, I want a car to come and hit me?
Yes.
Kneeling girls, statues, driving cars. What's going on?
10 years ago, a man was arrested in the area for driving statues around in a car. Was it him?
Right, not you then.
He told us not. Could the priest explain it?
Well, I think it's unlikely it was a miracle, but the fact that the car has been driven on the right-hand side might indicate that she came from the Holy Land.
No.
The most likely explanation is that people are just seeing some blue light bouncing off a strut. But try telling that to these bog-brain Murphys, you'd have more chance of getting a blowjob from the Pope. Well, just a moment to recap on the state of Britain. Your phone calls tonight have been described variously as rabid, pig-ignorant, and stultifyingly ill-informed. Thanks for those. Just want to go back to that exploded garage, because it could, of course, still be the scene of a late-night incident. Austin Tasseltine, will you stay there for us all night?
Yes, I will, yes.
Good man. And we leave you tonight with a question. As we approach the third millennium, have we really come to this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid the answer is yes. Good night.
These are our children. They skip down our streets, but the paedophile is waiting.
Take a look at this. What is it? Just a hillside? Look again. There's a child there, no more than a blue speck. But the fact is, if you show this picture to a paedophile, they'll actually try and attack it in an attempt to reach the child. That's the sort of warped mindset we're dealing with.
Even our most drastic measures don't work. Last month, the notorious paedophile Sidney Cook was blasted into space to spend the rest of his life aboard a one-man prison vessel, posing no further threat to children on Earth. But it was revealed that an 8-year-old boy was also placed on board by mistake and is now trapped alone in space with the monster. A spokesman said, "This is the one thing we didn't want to happen."
Why can we no longer think of the British Isles without the word pedof in front of them? Good evening. We're live tonight from the epicenter of Operation Daisy Bird.
Welcome to Petergeddon.
People like this are everywhere.
That's why my own children are here with me. Good night, children. They're safe tonight. Are yours?
I doubt it. That's why we've taken over every major stadium in the country. Please, we must have your children safe in one of those by midnight.
They're already filling up nicely, and that's the check-in area in Cardiff. And you can see clowns there fitting children with anti-paedophile canisters. Those canisters can be remotely activated if the child goes missing. They put off paedophiles by spraying the child with 8 litres of pressurised sewerage.
We're after your help too. Security footage of a paedophile disguised as a school. He's been getting away with it in Sheffield for 12 years. Do you know him? Have you seen him? Please call.
Yes, we must catch that man. He really is a shit.
But let's start with a look at how the paedophile problem has grown over the years.
Victorian Britain. This man is having sex with a 10-year-old girl. In our reconstruction, she's played by a 25-year-old woman. The breasts are inaccurate. A child's breasts are small. The nipples much like those of a boy. But this isn't paedophilia. The girl's a whore.
Can I have the money now, please?
In the 1950s, a national questionnaire explained exactly what a paedophile was. Each man in Britain was asked if he thought he was one. 92% said yes. 1969 and the summer of Pan saw thousands of young paedophiles party without shame in parks and fields. And as late as 1973, people still thought nothing of hits like Playground Bangaround.
Turn right inside, turn little boy on the slide, little girl on the swing. As I sing the whole thing. Playground Bangaround, bang a little boy, girl. Playground Bangaround, bang a little girl.
But today, the number of children having sex with adults is beyond belief. If you define a child as anyone under 30, the figure is over 86%. Institutional paedophilia spreads wide rife.
So what measures did you take to ensure this man wouldn't offend again?
We invited a 10-year-old boy into the room and we asked the man, "Are you attracted to this boy?" And he said no.
And you believed him?
Yes.
Even though on that occasion he put his hand down the boy's trousers?
He was trying to save the boy from a fly.
We have become a people confused.
Dear sir, I am a paedophile. Please can I have sex with this 3-year-old girl now that she's 21?
No way.
You should be in a mental asylum.
A large crowd has gathered outside Dredgemore Prison tonight to protest against tomorrow's planned release of the notorious paedophile, Jez North. Ted Moore has this there.
Yes, and I don't know if you can sense the air of aggression here, but 10 minutes ago, we threw this crowd a dummy full of guts. It lasted just 8 seconds. This is very much a protest that swallowed a bomb and given the detonator to a monkey.
What's that behind you, Ted?
The giant, dressed as a girl, it's been here all day.
Thanks, Ted. So who is Jez North? In 1986, Jez North was convicted for multiple acts. We believe his story is actually too upsetting to transmit. We only do so tonight with that proviso.
I drew pictures of him and they were disgusting.
His handwriting was definitely too big.
I remember once he got his bum out.
Like so many of his kind, North was required to leave school after passing exams and took a job delivering potatoes. The perfect cover for a serial robe intruder. By night, he trawled these hell blocks for innocent vulnerables. I recently met one of North's victims. She was in fact so upset she would only talk to us through her sister disguised as a plastic troll.
She still can't really speak about it.
We asked Kelly if she would mind demonstrating North's perversions. Someone who agrees to rub their breasts on television is clearly inexcusably disturbed. But incredibly, it took the police another 8 years to bring North to justice.
At this house, on the 26th of March 1986, North was arrested. He received 4 life sentences to run, Austin Tasseltine, sequentially. Thanks, Austin. But even in prison, North's rastopedic impulses found new outlets.
He was allowed to write articles for a magazine, edited by a man who at that time had a 9-year-old nephew with a nice pink arse and no hair on his balls. The orgy of sly-winking usury was only brought to an end by a stairwell nonce bashing, which left North brain-dead and quadraspazzed on a life glug.
Jez North is released tomorrow. Can we be sure that pervert mechanics haven't built him one of these?
Of course we can't, which is why your children could very soon be splatted by a roboplegic wrongcock.
Now, what are the facts about paedophiles? Lardon Iridesco reports.
This is Noah Fink, the country's leading authority on paedophiles, using Britain's best-loved heads...
And I'm talking nonsense.
...to broadcast paedophile facts.
This is a crab. This has sex with kids.
To those most in danger.
Let's just get one thing straight. The British Army has never launched an offensive against a 6-year-old child.
Gerald Howarth here for Noah Fink, incorporating no offence, no offence, no offence, and no thanks.
Paedophiles are very good at disguising themselves. These are 2 photographs of the same paedophile, before and after. And it works too. This man is still at large in the United States. He's believed to have a low-status job inside the music industry.
How brazen and shameless is the modern paedophile? Well, take a look at this card here. What sort of sick individual puts things like this up in a telephone box? What sort of thing was going through his mind? Genetically, paedophiles have more genes in common with crabs than they do with you and me. Now that is scientific fact. There's no real evidence for it, but it is scientific fact.
Children today often have mobile phones, but so too do paedophiles using text message slang. And because they're on edge, they dial wrong numbers. So watch out for these. Pipe-to-pipe bushman, code for 2 paedophiles having sex with each other while watching children from a shrub.
DBL means Dusky Blonde Lulu, and that's a male paedophile disguised as a lion.
Baltimora. This means literally, I'm running at them now with my trousers down.
This man is using clapping to describe a 6-year-old child alone in a department store while her mother is distracted using a mobile telephone. Other paedophiles in the area can now take advantage of this child by using this method of communication.
I'd like to play you a piece of music called Stay Away From Me by the American chart toppers Smash My Brother's Face In.
A paedophile would be really nonplussed if you opened your mouth and that noise came out, so learn it.
Wadded and rammed, public support for anti-paedophile technology.
The Singapore solution. A paedophile has an implant the size of a cashew nut in his rectum. These devices are triggered by the sound of children's voices. It hears those voices, it expands to the size of a 42-inch colour television set. Bang! They fall to the ground, shrieking, and the children are safe.
Sounds good. Very good.
Very good idea. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes. And a self-confessed paedophile is confronted with what he is.
You are a paedophile. You are a nonce. You are a perv. You're a slot badger. You're a 2-pin din plug. You're a bush dodger. You're a small beam regarder. You're an Unabomber. You're a nut administrator. You're a bent ref. You're the crazy world of Arthur Brown. You're a fence foal. You're a free willy. You're a chimney bottler. You're a bunty man. You're a shrub rocketeer.
Yes, well, you know, you just mentioned some of the names that we have to put up with every day, and it's just another form of racism.
The pedophiles, delivering justice unto men who praise sex on our children.
Men who have sacrificed the right to a life without pain.
I know how they look. I know how they think. I was one, for Christ's sake.
10 years ago, I had designs on my own kids. I knew that one day I might act on them. So to stop me, I shot myself in my own head. I'd killed the pedophile in me. Now I do the same for society. Because these men have chosen the way of the animal.
They don't deserve punishment. They deserve punishment.
The Pedophile starts next week on 4, straight after Pedophile Island. 100 kids and an ex-offender on an island full of cameras. What's going to happen?
Welcome back. In the past 3 minutes, there's been an attempt to break into Dredgemore Prison and attack the paedophile, Jez North. Ted Maul is there.
Yes, a vigilante has just tried to fire himself over the prison walls using a giant catapult. Minutes earlier, a test projectile believed to be a side of beef cleared the parapets by a full 20 feet. But when the man himself was fired, his trajectory was all out of goose. He thumped into the wall, you could hear his bones breaking on impact. Medics say he may live, but only with his neck as an internal organ.
Still in the paddock, the web perverts who sell trousers to disguise erections in playgrounds.
I think it's an absolute disgrace that somebody should use the internet to market these Trust Me trousers. It makes it very difficult legally to try and pin them with the offence because it covers the fact that they're stimulated in the groin area.
And paedophilia for laughs?
Who wants a sweetie?
Reformed abuser Fenton Beasley has a best-selling autobiography and now runs bus tours of his old haunts.
You'll have to do something for Uncle Beezy first. You'll have to lift up your skirt and show me your knickers.
Why are they laughing?
What's that? Hair? I don't like hair.
Is he right to milk his perversion?
When you have children of your own, you remember Uncle Beezy and get them to undress by the window. Would you do that for me? Only kidding, only kidding.
Excellent. And I've been on that bus trip myself. I have to say, it really is very funny. You'd enjoy that, Valise. You ought to go.
Yes. Most stadiums are over half full now. There is a parent riot currently in Leeds, which started after a paedophile in a microlight committed an overhead perversion at Headingley Stadium. But police helicopters soon chased him into pylons where he crashed screaming like a pig in a war.
So what's next for Britain?
Tarted up tots at American pageants. How long before we see this in Nuneaton or Diss?
Look at these.
Oh, are they real?
Well, they're enhanced.
Oh,
Like 'em?
oh, they are so cute.
Well, we didn't want to go too big. No.
Like jiggle.
Oh, God, get some of those for you, baby. They are.
Our children are already obsessed by the American rap artist J.L. Bate. Self-styled king of new ass music, he's sold over 18 million records and dates girls as young as 7.
When you turn away from me, I'm happy because I can see your little whitey butt.
He's the coolest, definitely.
I'm very pleased to declare I never found a single hair on your little whitey butt.
Bate claims he's been unfairly treated.
Don't you think you should ask my dad, maybe? Why his dick was up my ass before I was even a baby?
Sure, my butt was over the cervix. That's not a freehold for perv days. He fucked me anally, prenatally. I'm only doing unto them as he did unto me.
But he's a paedophile.
So? Like we care.
One kid polishes my balls. He's living inside my diaper. Got 2 more working my prostate with a windshield wiper.
Wouldn't you object if he tried to kiss you?
No.
Even our own artists seem hell-bent on depravativity.
Pseudophotographs. Yeah. Composite images.
Yes.
Which can be dangerous.
They can be. They become indecent by virtue of the way in which they've been altered.
Right.
Yeah.
Work in progress by an art collective, Unhappy Disgusting Wow. A nude woman's body, a little girl's head. Now, I did actually find that quite sexually...
Arousing?
Arousing image, yes.
Well, the fact that you did does not mean that that's an indecent photograph of a child.
Why not?
Because it's not. Because the body is not one of a child.
Ian Ditchurst's about last night.
Indecent. No, in my view, that would be...
That's indecent?
Yes.
Yeah. Indecent or not?
No.
If this were the eyes of a child...
No.
What about...
Let's just put the whole head on, yeah? What I'm saying is you put that head on there, then yes, it would be indecent.
Okay. And, just do that. Oh, God, like that.
Will the artist mind?
I don't care. It's made me quite angry, this. We'll pay for it. Right? There. That is an indecent image, is it?
Yes.
Now, why are no paedophiles black?
And you leave the kids alone. Or else. Now, a quick recap for you. Paedophiles, crabs, simple. Hold that thought for you.
Get me out of here!
Just a second. I'm sorry, but we've been invaded by members of the militant paedophile organisation Millet P. This is their leader, Gerard Choate. Now listen a second. You've broken in here demanding to have your say on live television. Tell us what you believe.
What?
What do you believe?
I believe that intergenerational sex is appropriate within loving...
Sex with children?
Yes.
Stop right there. Come on. Well done, mate. OK. That's my son Johnny, all right? Have a look at him. Now, are you prepared to tell me you want to have sex with my son?
No.
You're ashamed, aren't you?
No, I'm not ashamed.
All right, then tell me you want to have sex with my son.
I don't.
Why not?
I don't fancy him.
What do you mean?
I just don't. I don't find him attractive, I'm sorry.
Good. Actually, you're prepared to tell the father of a 6-year-old that you want to have sex with him on live television.
I didn't.
Yeah, effectively, you did. You did. He did, Swan Cheetah. He did, didn't he?
Yes, I mean, that is just so...
Yeah.
I didn't.
You did.
Online games.
Wait a minute.
The latest menace.
It was absolutely revolting.
To require urgent warnings from expert communicators.
Right, so if you could take that and hold that on just right under the camera.
Pantu the dog, a child's game on the internet. But look again. An online paedophile has converted that eye to work as a webcam to look at the child player.
Sometimes the child can glimpse the molester in that kennel, bouncing around and waving.
Wearing a t-shirt like this, the online paedophile can disguise himself as a child.
So the child thinks it's playing with another child.
It's called a hoax game, a hidden online entrapment control system.
Singapore police have sent us these pictures. This man has plugged his groin into his computer to get sexual pleasure from the actions of a child playing with Pantu.
So every time you kids tickle Panto, the paedophile gets his rocks off. And it doesn't stop there.
In this shot, Pantu the dog has told the boy to press his face onto the soft screen. Online paedophiles use special gloves to feel and palpate the child's face.
In fact, With gloves like these, the manipulator can molest any part of the child's body placed against the screen.
We even have footage, which would be too alarming to show you, of a little boy being interfered with by a penis-shaped sound wave generated by an online paedophile.
We believe that paedophiles are using an area of internet the size of Ireland, and through this they can control keyboards.
Online paedophiles can actually make your keyboard release toxic vapors that make you suggestible. You know, I must say, I actually feel more suggestible, and that was just with one sniff.
Hoax games can cause serious damage. One child was trapped online for a whole night and, according to a psychiatric report, came away with the jaded, listless sexual appetite of a 60-year-old colonel.
Now, here are the warning signs to show that your child might be in trouble. Are they upset? Do they smell odd? Weird question, but hoax games actually makes your child smell like hammers.
So come on, experts, why is no one telling us about this stuff? There's a kid in Canada who's gone almost completely 2D, and no one's doing anything about it.
Please sit your kids down tonight and tell them about hoax games. Let's strangle Pantu.
Let's put a bomb under Pantu's chin and stamp on his throat. Let's rip this dog's brains out.
There's been a dramatic development at Dredgemore Prison. Ted Moore has this.
An eruption of anger, the smell of burnt hair in the air. Just minutes ago, the prison authorities tried to sneak North out of the back here. It didn't work. Crowds set upon the transporter. One man ended up planted round the axle. They ripped North out of the back. And at that point, we became ominously aware of a 25-foot wicker phallus. Seconds later, North was ablaze. Sheets of flame dancing to the beat of primitive animal justice. One man kebabbed, hundreds scarred forever by a shared blood ritual. And yet, an astonishing sense of community here now, a positive atmosphere, a sense of a job well done, a shared sigh of relief, very much like the bizarre euphoria at the end of an hour's vomiting. Chris.
And we are already getting emails about the burning. Well done, that crowd. A lot of support here, even from hardened nonces.
Well, it has been a great night, hasn't it?
It certainly has, Chris. 2 million children now safe in our stadiums.
A paedophile was attacked in his car this evening, but I have to say, if your surname was File, would you call your son Peter?
No!
And look, if a child does take your fancy, please remember, leave it a couple of years.
I did.
Good night.
One day I want to, but not today.
She can be kissed, but in an innocent way.
And her cherry must ripen naturally in the soul. We're not ready yet, we're not ready yet, we're not ready today.
There's a little minx. Should I buy her with drinks? No!
But not today, not even tomorrow. But maybe the day after that.
Do you feel children are underestimated and their power to make decisions is underestimated?
Very much so.
And yet we know from history that there was a 4-year-old general at Waterloo.
Absolutely.
A headmaster in China who was 3.
Yes.
I mean, we know, for example, that Idi Amin had a smothering, slobbering aunt.
Yes, precisely. And could he say no to her? Perhaps not. I mean, if you don't make a problem out of it, then it won't become such a problem. And you won't have so many damaged people.
Tête derrière.
Yes, quite frankly, yes.
Last night, a DJ saved my life. How? By writing this music, which contains advice on avoiding strangers. And who was the DJ? It was none other than DJ Bob Hoskins going mental in a dustbin.
Here's a quick checklist to help you spot a paedophile.
And they're all taken from police reports in the last 6 months.
If someone tells you to take your clothes off in case your thumbs get too hot.
If someone shows you a model of your hometown and all the houses look like penises.
If someone thinks goldfish are the same as flatfish, no, there's something wrong.
Nonsense.
Put that in your ears last thing at night, because the lesson trickles in. And behavioral psychology tells us that in the morning you'll be 17.8% safer.